Hi, what up, what up, what up? Today is Monday, September 19th. Wow.
Go quick.
September's almost over, Elder.
That's pretty crazy.
How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel happy.
Happy? Why? Okay. Well, yeah. Crazy. Today is the 19th. Time is literally flying by up here in Lake Moses.
There we go.
But
There we go.
yeah, today is P-Day. We're just cleaning up the apartment a little bit before we head out. We're gonna go pick up some other elders to go shopping today, and yeah, just making this crib look pretty good and smell good too.
Oh yeah.
We keep it pretty clean for the most part. It's just like the natural.
You need to clean that,
Yeah, we like barely have to clean anything. We just wipe down the counters and vacuum, and that's really it. Take out the garbage. That's really it. Nothing like too crazy. But compared to my apartment in Yakima, ugh, that thing was nasty. Dude, we literally had to spray the bathroom ceiling with like mold remover and vinegar and scrub it with our hands, and then spray it down with the shower thing and then dry everything in the bathroom.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because there was mold on the ceiling that we couldn't get to go away. It's been there for like they've used that apartment for like 8 years for missionaries, and like they never would turn on the fan, and so mold would grow because of the water on the ceiling. It was nasty. Anyway, so this apartment's way better than that, and yeah, this week was pretty good. We didn't find 7 new investigators like we did last week, but it was still pretty good. We had some awesome lessons with our investigators. One guy, his name is Jorge. He's like a former, well, his wife is, I guess, and we've been teaching him a few times. He's pretty interested. He's the one who has a son who, I think I talked about him last week, the son who died when his son was 21. So he had some questions about that and stuff, and so we've been able to help him out. But he's really awesome. We're gonna see how legit he really is, because I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out with him, but he's really cool. And then our other investigator, Raul, he's so cool. We helped him this week lay cement.
For the third time.
Yeah, I'm telling this story for the 3rd time. Last night I tried to do this recording and I kept messing up, or like I accidentally stopped it and deleted it. Like it was a mess. But anyway, so on Friday we helped him lay cement in his yard, and he wanted to. There's a spot. He has this tree in his yard where the tree blocks the sun around like 5 o'clock in the evening. It like starts to block the sun and put this like nice shade spot in his yard, and that's where we always sit when we teach him. And so he wanted to lay some cement right there in he did it in like a pentagon shape, and like so that we can sit there, and he calls it our spot for the missionaries. And then we're gonna help him build a little fire pit in the middle, and then we laid like a sidewalk over to his porch, and then some more cement to start like a driveway. He wants to like have a full driveway and put a carport on there, so that in the winter he doesn't have to like unbury his cars, which is understandable. So we're gonna help him with that too. But yeah, that was cool. We had never laid cement before, so that was interesting to learn how to do that and see how it's actually done. I've only just heard stories, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got some pictures, actually a lot of them. I took like 30. So, and then his wife made us lunch. We had burgers and hot dogs, and it was kind of weird. I didn't think Mexicans would make us burgers and hot dogs, but it's whatever. Then we had a lesson with him this week as well. We talked about, we found out the missionaries had never taught him the restoration. So we taught him the restoration so that he can like actually know, and he like really liked it. Afterwards we had him pray, and afterwards we asked him like how he felt while he prayed, or like and stuff like that. He was just like, I feel happy. I just feel really happy. Like I really like all this stuff and whatever. So he's pretty cool. Hopefully we can teach his family as well. He wants us to. They're hard to catch home all together at once. But yeah, he told us like whenever we don't have time, whenever we have extra time and we don't have a lesson or anything, just shoot him a text and we can like swing by and have a lesson. That's like additional to our lessons that are already set up with him and stuff. So he's pretty sick, and his family's pretty cool too. And he told us that before we leave the area, he's going to come to church with his whole family. He's going to bring his whole family to church before one of us leaves. So hopefully that happens soon.
He doesn't want us to leave.
He doesn't. He's always asking us like, "Oh, when do you find out?" We're like, "It's okay, just like relax. We'll be here. Just don't worry." And he's always like worried about if one of us is gonna leave or not. But yeah, and then
Daniel.
Oh, then Daniel, this kid we found a couple weeks ago. He was just laying on the grass. We taught him the restoration, and he really liked it. We gave him a Book of Mormon, and then like before we even left, he had started reading it, and then we finally had a lesson with him yesterday. We just met at a park, like sat in the shade and taught him, and we were talking about the Book of Mormon, and we found out he had read like halfway through, and so it was pretty sick. But so we read a little bit in the Book of Mormon with him. We read Alma 7, and just talked about like baptism and stuff, and invited him to be baptized. And he wants to be baptized, but he is getting a job down in Tri-Cities, which is like an hour and a half away, where he will be working down there for the whole month of October at like a haunted forest type thing. And so he has to wait till he finds out when he starts this job, or if he got the job, before he like chooses a date. But he's thinking like the first week of November, because his birthday's in the first week of November. He brought that up. It was pretty sweet. We're like, yeah, okay, like we want to help you pick a date. It could be like we could do the first or second week of November. And he's like, oh, my birthday's in the first week of November. He's pretty cool. And then we both were like, oh, no way, like we were baptized on our birthdays too. So yeah, he is awesome. He's 18, and his family's not really interested, and they don't speak Spanish, so we're gonna hand him off to the YSA elders, so that he can go to the singles ward here. But we told him all about it, and he seemed pretty pumped, pretty excited he wants to try it out. So he's super cool. It'll still be cool to see him get baptized and stuff, even though it's not our baptism technically, but that's not important. So, but yeah, that's basically all the cool stuff that happened this week. Oh, we had zone conference this week on Tuesday. That was super good. Oh yeah, and then yesterday we contacted a referral. His name is Eric. It was from some other missionaries that talked to him. He's this guy from Guatemala who is like, he's a plumber. We think he owns his own company because he's like loaded. His house is huge and it's like super nice. And he's a boat, a freaking nice boat. Never seen a Mexican with a boat that nice in my whole entire mission. Like, that house I would not have pointed out as a Mexican house before. But he's like, yeah, it's because he's Guatemalan. Yeah. He's not Mexican. But he, he's like a gangster. He just like
He's just playing Madden.
he was playing Madden. He loves the Raiders, and
He's in his
he's
50s.
in his 50s, and he has this like man cave in his house. He's got this couch, like this huge couch, this recliner, and it's like super nice. And then he has this huge stereo system. He's got 4 14-inch subwoofers.
It's like 2 refrigerators.
It's literally like 2.5 refrigerators next to each other. Like, it's just crazy. There's 4 14-inch subwoofers, and then he has 2 like huge tweeters and just this huge stereo. It's just crazy. It's like 5 feet tall and just massive. We asked him about it. He's like, yeah, this thing is loud. We were like, yeah, I bet. But anyway, he's like a thug, and he's talked to missionaries before, and he said that he just like he's looking for something. He said he doesn't know what it is, but he doesn't really. We found out that he doesn't really have a belief in God. He wants to, but nothing has happened that has made him like believe that there even is a God.
He's read the Bible, the Book of Mormon. He's like read everything.
Yeah, he's read like everything missionaries have given him, and nothing. So we're gonna try and work with him, and at the end of the lesson, we got him to pray, and he told us that like our mission has been focusing a lot on like you don't leave an investigator's house until they pray, because we want to help them like build that relationship with God and stuff like that. So we were not going to leave until this guy prayed, and he told us that we are the first missionaries out of 14 now. We're the 14th missionaries that he has talked to, and we're the first 2 to get him that he has prayed for.
Yeah.
In all the time that he's talked to missionaries. So that was pretty cool. He was like surprised himself that he agreed to pray.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Hopefully we can help him like figure stuff out, but yeah. But he's super cool. Anyway, that was basically our week. Not a ton else happened. We had exchanges with the zone leaders. But yeah, so that was the week, and if I think of anything else, I'll write about it in my email. Deuces.